I remember the first time I had a really heavy panic attack was at church. I basically sprinted out and I couldn't breathe. And I finally just started breaking down, crying, right next to my mom's van, I remember. And she just came and she just, "What's wrong with you?"
Duncan Martinez has struggled with mental health for much of his life. He's tried therapy, but it was too expensive to keep up. So he turned to VR.
The way I would describe Innerworld is it's a platform where you can output your stress, where you can relax, where you can have a safe space. I definitely cried. I remember just being in there and just, I could feel like my headset being damp because I was just crying. I mostly get them to here to like the most edgy place I can be and just take a moment to take everything in. It brings me to the idea that even though I'm in pain and stuff, there's a bigger world out there.
Bring your full attention to noticing each in-breath as it enters your nostrils, travels down to your lungs, and causes your belly to expand.
Innerworld is a standalone metaverse where anonymous users can open up about their mental health and work through life's challenges with others. To be clear, it's not therapy, but Duncan says it's been a useful and accessible alternative.
It's more like a support group. You don't necessarily have to tell them your problems, but the environment you're in just encourages you to do so. Because you know you're being listened to and no one's going to judge you for it. My family members are just telling me that this headset's the devil and stuff. It's weird. You know, in a Mexican household, I was always taught to swallow my pain, and that's what I would do. I wouldn't let it out because, you know, my parents would always, you know, make fun of it. You tell them your problem, and then out of nowhere, they're like, well, at least I'm not sad all the time.
Because at night, I would just be hearing him speaking or talking, but I didn't know who it was. I thought he was just playing with his friends.
Even Duncan's wife, Stephanie, couldn't totally wrap her head around Innerworld at first, but she's come around.
I feel like it's been pretty positive with him, that he wanted to go out more. And I was surprised because he'd be like, yeah, let's go, it's a good day today.
I just try to make her day better. When she comes home, I comfort her as much as I can. You know, if she's having a bad day, I learn from Innerworld to, you know, just give herself some space and give her time to open up and listen.
Lately, he's been turning to Innerworld to process the anniversary of his father's death from COVID and Duncan's own hospital battle with the illness.
It was June last time I came in here. I was like, it's gonna be the first year that I spend Father's Day with Mom and Dad. I started feeling like everyone was moving on too fast. And I was scared of the idea of people forgetting my dad. I got in Innerworld and I just remembered the times me and my dad used to do during Christmas. I mean, I was like, I guess the most time he would show me love. My real friends don't know that I'm very emotional. As for my friends on Innerworld, if I have a thought in my head, I let it out. Oh, hi, Nix. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Nix and Duncan met in Innerworld. She's also one of its guardians, which are Innerworld employees who create the lesson plans for community meetings.
Breathe in through your nose and out.
He comes in pretty regularly. We like to talk about all kinds of things, from like the deepest, darkest things that we like don't share with our normal friends.
Today is like literally the anniversary I get out of the hospital, so it's a reminder that I'm out, you know. And it's been a pretty rough month, honestly, and I've just been trying my best to keep my head occupied.
I think you've grown a lot, at least ever since I've known you. I see you coming in here and working on yourself and on your mental health, and yeah.
If it wasn't for your help and everyone here, you know, I don't think I would be okay, but this helps a lot. Being anonymous is really good, because even if I do tell people what was going on, no one was gonna go tell on anybody. They don't know me in real life.
That's how a lot of Inner World's users feel, according to founder and CEO Noah Robinson.
About 70% of our users in Inner World identify as male. People who identify as male are typically an underserved population for mental health intervention, and this modality of removing the stigma, being more anonymous, coming into a virtual environment that feels kind of like a game, is helping to meet people where they're at. So the idea for Inner World came from my own experience. When I was 13, I realized I was gay, and I became very depressed. And I escaped into the metaverse. It was a 2D version called RuneScape, and during that time, I thought about ending my life. And it was the virtual world and the community that kept me going. And eventually I was able to come out of the closet to my clan, and that helped me feel more confident to come out of the closet in real life. And I overcame my depression. The metaverse saved my life, and I'm really excited for Inner World to save other people's lives as well.
On the day of my dad's anniversary death, I came in here and I relaxed because my thoughts were overflooding me once again. I got invited to my dad's 1-year anniversary church, and I couldn't go because I couldn't stand the idea of him being gone. To this day, I haven't visited his grave once, and I feel really guilty about that. But I feel like if I go, I'll just break down, you know. It's sort of bringing the reality of it all, and it's hitting me all at once, you know. Inner World helps me process / escape at the same time.
It's good for him. It's good for him and his little noggin. He be just telling me things, and I'm like, where did you hear that from? How do you know that?
Growing up, my dad was a very angry person, and I would see the toll it would take on my mom and my siblings. And every time I would get angry, I'd always be like, you know, it hurt other people so much, why would I want to do the same? So ever since then, I'm always like, I can be the one to break the curse. I can be the one to stop that cycle of negativity and masculinity and, machismo and stuff. One of the things that did help me gain insight when I came to Inner World on my dad's anniversary, the fact that even though he's not here, he lives on within me. I've learned that in a world so full of anger, hate, and just judgment, there's always a brighter side to it.